Hi guys, today we are talking about Pocket-tts. This is a pretty cool project that is not just a TTS program, but lets you do voice cloning as well. It can be hosted locally and run on your own system with low resources. It uses a small AI model, but in order to use the voice cloning capabilities, you need to accept their usage policy, which requires making a Hugging Face account. Once you do that, you can create your own voice clone with a simple WAV file. Installing is simple, and the directions are on the GitHub repo. I have a virtual environment set up for my use case, but you don't need to do that. The interface you see before you is one way to run it. It can be run on the CLI completely too.
And so yeah, Pocket-tts is a pretty small project. This is like my voice actually talking, just in case like nobody can tell the difference. But I've been looking into various projects for voice cloning because I've wanted to kind of explore into cloning my own voice so that I can also make videos even when I'm not feeling that good or can't talk that well. That way I am not like I think you get the idea, like talking into a microphone and coughing all the time or things like that, or like choking on myself. So I've been looking for these helps to be able to do that. It also kind of leans into being able to do other things. Like I've had some other ideas recently, and a utility like this makes that a lot easier. So as mentioned in the voice clip, this is the GitHub repo for it. Qti is, I believe, a small AI organization. And what they've got is this little model that does pretty competently at TTS. We've had TTS programs for a long time in the past, but AI voice models that can do some inflection, like you heard in some cases in that clip, are something that's been a little bit harder to replicate until a little bit more recently with the voice cloning capabilities that we have and the AI text-to-speech capabilities on top of that. So if you want to try it out, you do have the option of running it on the CLI like mentioned. It's going to be Pocket-tts generate. The reason why they have UVX here is because UV is a utility that basically creates the virtual environment for it to run in, so you don't have to install all the dependencies on your system. But you can do that if you want. All I've done simply for my environment is set up a Python virtual environment manually, installed everything into it, and then run Pocket-tts serve, and it comes up with that web page. I can add in a couple different arguments for it. This is the Get Hugging Face repo, by the way, so it's got a lot of the same directions here as well. So, yeah. But you can use it as a Python library if you want to. You can import it, run different things, add your voice, or in all as a... You can implement your voice in different programs for it to play the audio. I can see some use cases where this would be really cool. So we've seen a couple different games implement LLMs as the backend for... what is the word? NPC dialogue. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. So for the NPC dialogue, they're using LLMs in the backend. And you're doing different social engineering things and like that way to forward the gameplay loop. This could be used as a way to generate audio on the fly with a proper sample, and you can make the game itself much smaller without providing all this audio, but still enable diverse dialogue within the game. So you're writing out a lot of text, but you don't necessarily need the voice actors anymore to be able to do it. You can provide different voice samples, and then it would replicate that in the game itself. How good it would turn out is somewhat debatable, but you could focus a lot more resources on the game itself versus paying voice actors to come in and do the lines. So again, I've done the Pocket-tts serve, we've got the Pocket-tts generate, and so here we have the voice. We can pick from some of their bog standard voices that they have here, or, so yeah, you've got Alba, Marius, Apennine, and then we've also got, where is it? You can give it a plain wave file as well for voice cloning. Again, if we open up this part here, we can see, let's see, voice donations, yeah. I guess you could donate your own voice to it and let them use it, but yeah. The generate documentation is what I'm looking for, I believe, actually. So you've got your voice, you can put a wave file here. You've got the output path that you can specify. The text is the full block of text that you want to generate from. I don't remember if it can accept text files, though. But you might be able to just pipe it in otherwise. Let's see. Does it take standard input? Now that I'm thinking about it, I might have to try that. But one of your options, again, is to just run the serve, and it'll give you this web UI, so you can add the wave for voice cloning if you have that enabled. And then you could also pick from the list of voice options right here by typing it in the box here. Or leave it blank for the default one. It does give you stats here, which is very nice. But let's see, performance options, CPU quiet, disable logging, frames, temperature, model variants. So if you've got different model signature, let's see. I haven't delved too deep into these, but the text one, I want to see if it'll take, that. Let us try that. Okay. Let me find a text file and go from there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the really bad output, and then we're going to pipe that into our Pocket-tts generate. I believe we said that if we leave the text out, we might be able to be fine with that. With the default text and voice. I might... See, I'm hoping that it takes standard input. Voice, and then we use our outro.wave, and then text. So it's going to load up the safe tensors model. (42 milliseconds). Okay, nope, that didn't work. So, what we're gonna do... Gotta redo that. Anyway. Did I do that totally wrong? Or am I imagining things? Oh wait, I should do it like this. That's why. Starting timer. So this is the way you're probably going to have to like get it to output. And then we can do TTS.
And it came to pass, when he began to reign, as soon as he sat on his throne, that he slew all the house of Baasha. He left him not one that pisseth against a wall, neither of his kinsfolks, nor of his friends.
So if you want to do like command injection and bigger text files, that's basically the way you're going to script it out. So do what you will with it. Go have fun with Pocket-tts. It's a pretty cool one. It's pretty light, meaning that you could potentially use it on your phone. And you'll probably see a little bit more of this pop up and stuff in some of my workflow. Possibly. I'm not making any promises, but it will be pretty fun to play around with. If you liked the content, if you enjoyed it, if you think I deserve it, like, comment, subscribe, leave any criticisms you have or what have you. I appreciate it. Feed that algorithm, like I said, and I will see you guys in the next one.